Hey Canucks fans, some thoughts on last night's game, including Pettersson, Hughes, Podkolzin, and the MacEwen Kassian fight. I'm Canuck Clay. I'm the founder of the GLCPC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club. This is my Canucks take, all in one take. It's Clay's Canucks commentary for Friday, October the 8th. If you're new, this is what you should do. Hit the subscribe button now for daily Canucks insight that's positive, timely, and trustworthy. As always, this vlog is brought to you by Perform and Transform, personal training and weight loss. Sign up for a free 7-day trial using the link in my video description. And thanks to everyone who joined me for my impromptu live stream last night. We got to 100 people talking about a pretty entertaining game, especially by preseason standards. The Edmonton Oilers defeating the Vancouver Canucks 3-2 in Edmonton in Vancouver's penultimate preseason game. Yes, they got one more. You guys know how much I love using that word. They have one more game tomorrow night, which I'll be going to here in Vancouver. Now, by preseason standards, I thought it was pretty entertaining. It started off a little slow. Of course, maybe we got behind the eight ball pretty quickly with the 2 goals by Draisaitl and then McDavid. But then the Canucks picked up their game in the second period and were certainly much more intense in the third period as well. And a decent showing by the Canucks. Edmonton basically sounds like an excuse, but it's true. Edmonton, in essence, started their lineup that's very close to the lineup that's going to be on opening night, whereas Vancouver, they were missing at least 5 or 6 key guys. In particular, Demko didn't play, and then on the blue line there was no OEL and there's no Myers, and up front no Horvat, no Hoglander, and no Tanner Pearson. But we got a good look, of course, at the 2 superstars who returned to the lineup, making their preseason debut after signing their contracts last week, and that's of course Quinn Hughes and Elias Pettersson. Quinn Hughes, excellent game. Just under 26 minutes. He had a goal. He had an assist. And for both these guys, it's like you wouldn't have known they kind of parachuted into the preseason. You wouldn't have known that they missed all of training camp. You wouldn't have known that they weren't with the team because their timing was fine, their skating was fine, their stamina, their vision. It was vintage. I don't know how you can say it's vintage when they've only played 3 years each, but it's vintage Petey and Hughes. So when it came to Hughes, like I said, 26 minutes, just under 26 minutes, playing with Tucker Pullman for the night. And that pairing looked fine. Pullman can keep up with Hughes. Not necessarily he can skate the same way Hughes can, but Pullman's a smart player. He's good positionally, but it's not just like he just sits at home in front of the net and he's a stay-at-home defenseman. He can move with Hughes. He can anticipate with Hughes. And I was actually, especially for our first game playing together, I was very impressed by Hughes and Pullman and their chemistry. So I think that is a pairing that Travis Green will want to use, especially in the absence of Travis Hamonic. So, and I have no problem with it. I thought they played very well. And Hughes, nice goal, that slapper from the top, and then he also assisted on that the Nick Patango, the power play goal. So all in all, and the power play looked good with Hughes quarterbacking it. So all in all, I think it was a great debut for Quinn Hughes. Petey, effective as well. He had 1 assist, a really nice slap pass to Patan, that second Canucks goal. And I thought Petey looked fine. His skating looked good. He looked strong on his skates. His battle level was fine, as much as you need for a preseason game. He was stick handling very well. We remember that one play, I think it was in the second period, where he got a decent look after stick handling or drawing 3 Edmonton guys to him. So I thought Petey's game was fine. A little more understated than Hughes, less noticeable, but still for a first game, absolutely zero concerns. Petey looked fine, again notching that 1 point. It's interesting though. I'm not sure. Well, the Petey Garland combo intrigues me from a sheer speed, skill, battle level. I thought Garland was not that visible last night, maybe because I was so focused on Pettersson. So that's one thing that we're going to have to keep an eye on, depending on whether Besser comes back. Do you roll with a Pettersson, Besser, Garland line, and then a Horvat, Hoglander, Pearson line, and then a Miller, Podkolzin, someone line, whether it's Patan or Chason? Or do you put Garland back with Miller, and it could be Garland, Miller, Podkolzin, then Horvat and Pearson and someone, and then move Hoglander up with Besser and Petey. So you have some options. Basically, Jason Dickinson will not play in the top 9, it looks like, because they want him as a 4th line center, and you could have DiGiuseppe or a Lockwood or a Highmore on his wing. So that's kind of what I expect. So we'll see. There's one more preseason game. Brock probably won't play, so it's not the best indication, and then we'll see what happens next Wednesday when the Canucks open the season. Also want to talk about Vasily Podkolzin's game. Wow. He was noticeable. The commentators must have mentioned him 6 to 8 times. He was strong forays to the net, deking guys, going to the net hard, ramming into Mike Smith, go-mouth passes, that one backhand chance he had. I really like Podkolzin's game. He's much more assertive. He's much more aggressive. And it's not like again, it's preseason, but it's not like he's shying away from the big lights of the NHL. So I think he's going to be just fine after a slow exhibition start. I think he'll be a top 9 fixture for sure. So I like Podkolzin's game last night. Looking forward to seeing more what the rookie can do. And also, speaking of people his game, Lockwood. Will Lockwood maybe fighting and scratching and crawling his way onto a spot on the team? When you can get under the skin of both Draisaitl and McDavid, not take a penalty yourself, yet draw a penalty on McDavid, I thought Lockwood was great, and there's no way that did not make a strong impression on Travis Green and Canucks management. Lastly, I want to talk about the scary fight. It was the aftermath that was scary between Zach MacEwen and Zach Kassian. You saw them talking about it even before the face-off. Puck was dropped on a face-off, and you knew they were going to go. And I think MacEwen caught Kassian with a quick shot right at the start of the fight. Got kind of stunned Kassian, and then MacEwen ended up, you could say, winning the fight, but falling on Kassian. He wasn't intentionally driving Cassian's head into the ice or whatever, but it was scary because Cassian's helmet fell off right at the start. And then as soon as he hit the ice, MacEwen and the 2 linesmen were calling training staff from both teams over. So you hate to see that happen to anyone, especially an ex-Canuck like Zach Kassian. Sure, you might not like the way that he plays, or you might be scared of him, or watching his kind of experiences with Matthew Tkachuk last year or 2 years ago. Was it last year or 2 years ago? Regardless, but you never want to see that happen to any type of player. So bottom line, I don't know why these guys are fighting, honestly. In a preseason, Cassian's going to make the lineup. Maybe MacEwen, I don't know, maybe he thought this was his last-ditch chance to make the lineup, as I think his chances are slowly slipping away. But I'm not just saying this because it ended the way it did. I don't see a need for fighting in the preseason for sure. Like, what's the point, especially if you're 2 veterans? If Cassian's a veteran, MacEwen's, not a rookie, we'll put it that way. And then even in the regular season, I don't get excited for it. I'll stand up only because everyone else is standing up and I have to be able to see. But, it's not like I'm looking for, well, number one, I'm not looking for fights. Who am I going to win against? Well, actually, maybe a couple people, but I won't say it here. And then really, I'm not looking to watch fights either in the game, especially when things like that happen. So it's already almost to a minimum already, and maybe ultimately it gets eliminated completely. And you might say, oh, Clay, you're old school hockey, blah, blah, blah. You've never played. Yeah, no, I've never played at a high level. But I've played recreational hockey, and I know how intense it can get and chippy it can get. So it's not simply easy to say no more fighting. But as more and more of these instances come, and there's more thoughts about concussion, you hear stories of ex-players, I simply see the need for it less and less. So there we go, Canucks fans. Lots of things to talk about from last night. Petey, Hughes, Podkolzin, Lockwood, Kassian, whatever you want to talk about in the comment section, leave it below, and I want to know what you have to say. So leave a comment below. I'll do my best to read, react, and reply. A couple of programming notes before I get into my shout-outs. No programming notes. Sunday night is my next live stream. I hope you can join me then. And aside from that, yes, I'll be going to tomorrow night's game. Same as last time. If you want to meet up, say hello. First intermission outside of section 318. Along the wall outside the men's washrooms underneath the Canada flag. If you go to the arena, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. I believe it's the Olympic display there. So if you're at the game tomorrow night, make sure you come say hello. I'll be able to say hi to people during the first intermission. All right, Canucks fans, shout out to my hero members, Nucks fan number 29, Justin Credible, Lucas Gates, and Andrew Chang. Hall of Fame members, Jens95, Sim Alexander, Chris Seifert, Adam Broomfield, and Shannon Hollingworth. Thanks to the support of all members of all levels. You are listed in my video descriptions. If you want to become a member of the CCC Crew, press the join button underneath this or in my videos on the memberships tab on my YouTube channel. Subscribe if you'd like to. Like this video if you'd like to. Become a member of the CCC Crew if you'd like to. Leave a comment down below if you'd like to. Petey, Hughes, Lockwood, Podkolzin, Kassian. Let me know your thoughts from last night's game. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. Have a great day. God bless, and go Canucks go.